Hey guys, thanks for watching. Today I'm bringing to you a amazing victory, a last-second victory, and I don't know how I won this match victory of Dawn of War. Be sure to follow me on Twitter at Fundies the Merc, and if you like what you see, check me out on Beam. That is where I stream most days of the week. You can find me at Beam.pro/Fundies. For those of you who used to watch me on Twitch and stream on YouTube, I only stream to Beam now because it's zero latency and interactive. I have interactive buttons and stuff you can do in chat. But that's besides the point. Today it's all about this amazing victory.
Waking up to ash and dust, I wipe my brow and I sweat my rust. I'm breathing in the chemical.
First thing we're going to do is turn off Fog of War. The match starts off like any other match. I crafted a barracks, I'm going for resource points, he's going for resource points. Because this match is 23 minutes long, and I doubt you want to sit here for 23 minutes, I'm going to fast forward through all the boring parts. I'm just going to show you the combat parts, where I went right and where I went wrong, where he went right, where he went wrong, and then the amazing victory in the end. So we're going to go ahead and fast forward. We will take some resource points, I lose some servitors, blah blah blah, you know how RTSs are. So at this point is where okay, so you can see I know how many men he has. I've seen them already. I only have one unit of assault marines and then another unit of assault marines and a drop pod. I decided to go for it. I was going to run away, but something said, go for it. Let's do a quick drop on this guy, and that's what we do. Fortunately, this battle goes my way. Amazingly. Like at this point in time, I'm like, well, I don't know, maybe it's a 50-50 chance. I get in there, I start doing the jumps on him. He's losing a lot of men. He tries to do a panic retreat. I chase him down. I kill him. Pretty standard stuff, so we're going to go ahead and fast forward through that. I just decided to back up. At this point, I try to go up here and retake this resource point. But then I realize I'm going to lose too many men doing it, so I decide to back up and wait for reinforcements. I'm going to fast forward it to the point where I come back. Alright, so at this point I have some reinforcements, and I'm thinking to myself, this is doable. Let's go for this resource point. And we go in there, and we're victorious. We take the resource point back. It's what happens next that makes me realize that what I pull off in the end was going to be possible. Every time I attack this guy, he comes running with everything he has, just like he does right now. I've already spotted him with my snipers, so they have extended range. As you can see, my snipers are shooting him. In numbers and firepower, he should have won this. And in fact, you'll see in a minute what I'm talking about. We'll fast forward it a bit. Basic combat. I'm fighting. In my mind, I'm about to lose all my men. And then he does something completely unexpected. Now keep in mind, this skirmish and the skirmish before are the only two skirmishes I win this entire match, with the exception of the victory at the end. He's got me outmanned, outnumbered, and he does a panic retreat. I don't know what he was thinking. He had that in the bag. He runs off. But I realize my numbers are depleted, and I realize as soon as he realizes that he had me outgunned and outmanned, that he's going to come back. So I decide to take what I have left of my men with my tail tucked between my legs, and I run off. I make a retreat back to my base where I can heal up and call some reinforcements in. It's about this time in the match I realize I am not going to be able to beat this guy when it comes to manpower and firepower. His men are upgraded already. He's got wall towers, which allow him to upgrade his men. He's got the troops that I just don't have and that I can't afford. So I have to come up with a plan B. And it's a three-phase plan that starts off with me killing his shield generator, then killing his turret, and then killing his power core in stages, because going in and just walking through it isn't going to happen, because he's going to come and try to defend his base every time I try to attack something. around this point, when I see him attacking my resource point, I know where all of his whole army is right where I want them to be, all the way up north. He just nothing he can do to me. And so I decided to go in for my plan. First phase of Plan B, which is to take out his shield generator. This is a shield generator. If you don't play Warhammer Dawn of War, or Warhammer 40,000 Dawn of War, you have to take out the shield generator. Then you got to take out the turret, and then you got to take out the power core. You can skip the turret, but the turret will do massive damage to you from behind. So I killed the shield generator, and then I decide I'm going to run away because that's the plan. But then I see him coming, and I decide, well, I'm going to fight. I quickly realized it was going to be a losing fight right off in the beginning. I should have just kept running. Like my plan was to attack, run, attack, run, attack. Every time he left, I was going to come back and attack his base. But I messed up. I stayed there and fought. It was a huge mistake on my end. Once again, he wins this. Like I said, the 2 skirmishes prior to this one were the only 2 skirmishes I win the entire match. But somehow I still win the game. I've lost a lot of men at this point. I realized I got to run. If I don't run, I'm going to lose everything. So I run away. He could have cut me off in the past, but he didn't. He comes around the back side, and I managed to escape. So we'll fast forward it a bit. I come down here because one of the 3 perks that I chose for this match was to be able to heal my men at the listening post, which is what this is. So I came down here to heal. He's backed up next to his wall towers at this point. Now keep in mind also that I can't see. This fog, if you look at the mini-map, this is what, during the match, this is what I could see. You're only able to see right now because this is a replay of the match. So at this point, he's attacking my shield generator. He's doing to me basically what I did to him. But I know, because of the way he reacts, every time I attack one of his buildings, I already got it in my head. If I attack his base, he's going to stop what he's doing, and he's going to come back. I'm just waiting for Angelos to get here. Because now I'm going to attack his turret, but I can't just run up there and attack his turret, because this thing will do massive damage to standard infantry. So I'm going to take Angelos up here and let him absorb. He's my hero. I'm going to let him absorb the brunt, the big blast of the turret, because he doesn't take as much damage. With that said, now I'm going to bring in my troops, and we're going to start working this thing. And he reacts exactly the way I expect him to. With a mass recall of his whole army. Any second now. Boom. He's back at his base. Except, see, I didn't think he was going to do the mass recall. I thought he was going to run his troops back. I was hoping he was going to run his troops back, but he did the mass recall, which is it's a timed event he can do every so often. I have something similar. I can do mass recall as my guys teleport back to base. The idea at this point in time is to keep Angelos with these. I was trying to keep these guys busy, all these orcs busy, while my standard infantry, my assault marines, my tactical marines work this to death. If I could take this turret out, life is going to be good. Angelos is doing a fantastic job, but he's about dead. And once he dies, I'm like, I got to get out of here. Try to salvage what I can. But phase 2 was almost complete. I was hoping to finish that off, but I didn't. We had to make a strategic retreat with our tail between our legs, once again. We run back to our listening post, and I was hoping he would do exactly what he did, run up in here, allow my listening post to tear him up. I back up trying to kite him into that listening post, which he does. I tear him up some more. I come back, start healing up, and he retreats. As always, when he has victory in grasp, he always retreats, and he always shows up when I attack his base. He's so predictable, this guy. And I basically know that I've got him. Phase 2 of Plan B is almost complete. I get enough troops here, and I go in once again. He launched his wall tower, which gave me indication that he was going for an attack, because what you do for the orcs is you launch these wall towers and build your guys up, gets them a little bit extra strength, and heals them a little bit. So I decided to go in for another attack, try to finish up phase 2 of Plan B. And just like before, he comes running down, except this time he has to run them down because he's still got a cooldown on his special ability. So he's got to run his troops in, which allows me to finish off his turret. And okay, so in hindsight, what I should have did immediately was I should have started attacking his power core. If you don't play Dawn of War, the power core, it has an ability to, once per match, you can drop the core down, it goes underground, and it's invulnerable for X amount of time. It's like a minute or something like that. I should have attacked it, and he probably would have dropped it, but I didn't. Instead, I just lose all of my men right here. We'll fast forward a bit, because this is, you know, kind of boring. He kills me. Alright. So, I realized at this point in time, you know, that I'm really gonna have to pull something out of my hat. I know he's got a full force. I've seen the size of his force. I know he's gonna come for me soon. I start building up an army again. And it's funny because just a second ago he started moving in to kill me, to finish me off, and then for whatever reason he stopped and backed up. I don't know why. He can't see what I'm doing. I can't see what he's doing. Keep in mind, there's a fog of war on. This is what we both see. If you look at the mini-map. And he starts coming back down. He already had my shield generator in the north killed. I don't know why he does this. But I heard the wall tower, so I start moving troops into his base again, because I know he's going to come for an attack at this point. The wall tower's been fired. He's coming in for attack, but I think he's going to go up north and come in from the top. So I start running my troops in to go back to attack his base again. And at the last second, he comes south. No idea why, but he does, and he catches my snipers by surprise. So now he knows I'm moving in again, but he decides to go for my shield generator, which is fine. I really don't care, because he's already got one down. Why not two? So we move in to attack the shield generator, which this is probably the biggest mistake he made the entire match, what he does next. He uses his special ability. He hears me attacking his shield generator, and he drops the shield, just like I had hoped he would the last skirmish. He shields his power core, and that's the only time he can use it the entire match. It's got a minute cooldown now. And he also remass calls back his troops, which causes a countdown on that as well. And I gotta get as many troops away as I can, because his whole army's here. But now he has no way to shield his generator, his power core. I'm sorry, I keep calling it generator, his power core. He has no way to shield that, and he just used his mass recall. So now that's got to cool down as well. I save as many of my men as possible, which wasn't a whole lot. Okay, this is where it gets really, really interesting, because it was about this time that I realized that, you know, he can't no longer defend his power core. You can't see it, but I'm trying to upgrade my orbital bombardment so that I can use that. So I start that upgrade, and I know at this point in time I have to get some troops in within seeing distance of his power core, so that I can drop that orbital bombardment. And, yeah. And I have to have enough men at base to defend it until I can take his power core out with that one unit. So he comes from my listening post. I fight him off for a brief second, but then he shows up with his whole army, and he takes it out. So we run away with our tail tucked between our legs. We end up running back to base.
We have lost a listening post in the region. Requisition generator lost.
And something really weird at this,
Assault squad en route. We have lost a precious resource point.
I am not really sure why he does what he does next, but he takes this army. He already has the shield generator down. He's already in the south. All he has to do is take this out, and then he's pretty much won. But for whatever reason, he takes his whole army and goes all the way up here and comes in from the north, where he's also destroyed the shield generator. But he's still got to do the same thing up here that he does down there. I don't know why he does that, but it costs him. Because what I do is I decide I'm going to take these assault marines that have a jump pack. And I'm sorry, not those ones. These ones. They're already on their way. My bad. And I'm going to sneak them around his entire base. Because I have a feeling that he's still down there. So I just assumed he had his army down there. He was going to come in from the south. So I went all the way to the north to bring my men around. It's about this point in time that I realize, because I see them coming, I'm like, why is he coming up here? And I'm thinking in my head, dude, he's cheating. He can see me. But then he walks right past me. I thought he was coming to kill my assault marines. I really did. I thought he was cheating somehow. He could see me. But he doesn't. He runs right past me. I don't know why he did this. It was a huge mistake. It gave me the time that I needed to do what I wanted to do. So I make a jump. Because I got to get through his gauntlet. He's got all these machine guns set up everywhere. I got to run the gauntlet. And we'll speed it up a bit. I got to jump across here. Because if I run through this, I'm dead. So I got to jump. Alright. So now I'm back in his base again with a unit. And he's attacking my lonely turret up here. I've made a small army right here to try to hold him off. I've got my assault marines now in his base. Now, at this point in time, I'm like, I really don't care if he does a mass recall or comes running back because I got my orbital bombardment. So I start attacking, and I immediately drop my orbital bombardment. His fatal mistakes were running all the way up north and he just did the weirdest things. So I get my orbital bombardment on his tower, and then for whatever reason, he could have did the same thing to me. He could have went over here and started attacking my power core, but he doesn't. He decides to attack my buildings instead. He goes for the buildings. Now he goes for the power core, but it's already too late. It's already too late. One group of assault marines and one orbital bombardment. Look, it's only got a little bit of health left. And look how much health mine still has. It's still almost full. I was trying to use my my special ability to shield my power core, but it would not let me for some reason. And then boom, victory. How I pulled that off, I don't know, but it was the most amazing match ever. I managed to win with a handful of assault marines and an orbital bombardment. He lost the match because he first made the mistake of going all the way up north to attack me when he could attack from the south and would have won. He used his shielding ability for his power core way too early. Like, there was no chance I was going to win that, but he dropped it for whatever reason. His troops were all on the field when he dropped it. He was going to win that fight, but he dropped it anyway, so he lost his ability to shield his power core, and then he used his mass recall, which put a timer on that as well, which allowed me to go victory. And guys, that is it. Thanks for watching. I hope it didn't take too long. Guys, be sure to follow me on Twitter at FundiesTheMerc, and check me out. I stream on Beam Monday through Friday. Sometimes I stream on Saturday. Beam.pro/Fundies. On Mondays, Wednesdays, and Fridays, I do 2 p.m. till 6 p.m. and then I come back at 10 p.m. and stream till 2 a.m. And on Tuesdays and sometimes on Thursdays, I stream at 10 p.m. till 2 a.m. Guys, thanks for watching. Hope you liked the video. Hope you enjoyed this amazing win. We're going to catch you all next time. Peace. And Warhammer. And Dawn of War Warhammer. Oh, and if you want to play with me, Dawn of War Warhammer, and some 2v2s and 3v3s, hit me up on Beam, where you can find my link to Discord, where we can play together. It's awesome. Check me out. Beam, once again, .pro/Fundies. This time, I'm really signing off. Fundies out.